beautiful people. I hope this works. I have my phone up on my dashboard. But I don't know if any of you listen to Lee Harris. Wonderful. I started to listen to him, and before I even got like 30 seconds in, I started getting so much communication from spirit. So much awareness was coming in that I feel strongly inclined to share with you, that I feel probably resonates with what you're going through, but also is aligned to Lee Harris's May energy update, even though I haven't listened to it yet. So I'm curious, after I make this video with what's coming in, if it's aligned, because me and him are usually like this. He just doesn't know it yet. I am not YouTube, I am not as known on YouTube as he is, that's for sure. But he's a channeler for these energies called the Z's. So, I have been going through a lot of heart chakra energy. Just to give a little idea of what that means, if you are someone who can truly empathize with other people, releasing judgment, you can like literally put yourself in their shoes and be like, oh, so you actually like feel what they're going through, and you can provide support for them because you can really truly understand what they're going through, and knowing that you can't fix it, but you can just be there for them. That's a form of having your heart open. If you had a lot of stuff going on and things just keep piling up, but yet you still see like a butterfly and you're like, oh, that's beautiful, or you still want to express gratitude, you can still feel joy running through your body. Your heart is open. But if you get stressed out very easily and then the whole day is ruined and you just lash out on people, usually unconsciously, your heart is not open. But we are all going through a universal shift in consciousness that is, I'm learning just how impactful and intense it is, because I'm actually feeling it running through my body, rather than just being like, oh yeah, we're going through a universal conscious shift. It's like, oh, I get it. I get it. So with my experiences lately with the heart chakra, I've been going through a lot of painful emotions, and I don't even know if they're emotions. It's just they're emotions. I'm literally noticing that I am being in the observer role more than I ever have been around people that are in my circle, and I've observed that I'm no longer aligned in the sense with them with the same beliefs, how we act, how we think, all of that. And that's tough for me, because you're like, oh my God, are these my people still? And then my heart was like, do you have unconditional love for them, and can you fully see where they're coming from? Yes, I can. Do you feel like they love you and have their best interests at heart, even though they literally can't meet you where you are on your level of awareness just yet? Doesn't mean neither you or them is higher or lower than each other. But do you feel that they love you and that they will have your back? Yes. Okay. They're part of your people. So now it's about you learning that when they might be projecting things onto you, or sharing their opinion when you didn't ask for it, or them thinking that your story is chaotic while they're not seeing their own story, if you cannot take in their judgment and like keep your heart open to shine light on them, because you know how to fill your cup, and they're maybe just learning how to, that is a very healing place to be. And people, healing is not comfortable. No. Healing is not comfortable. No. But we are literally all collectively, each human being that has a divine universal spirit running through it, which we all are, we're born with amnesia, is being called to up-level their heart chakra, to become more heart chakra open. When you are more heart chakra open, you are more comfortable being authentic. Like, you don't even second guess what you're going to say or do, because it's just a stream of your highest consciousness. It's your authenticity, and you know that you're coming from a place of love, so you're not really concerned how someone else picks up what you share or what you do, because you're finally learning what brings you joy and keeps that joy flowing through your body. Okay? Hope you're following here. But in order to become more heart open, to be able to be empathic, connected to source, grounded into your human body, but not attached to anybody or anything or an outcome or have an expectation of things, your physical body, your human vessel, needs to go through an uprooting system. And oh my God, I'm being told that that's why one of my coaching packages is called Uprooting Gravity. And I never knew why. I literally get the names and prices from Spirit, what I do, and I don't ask why. I just do it. Authenticity. And they just told me, yeah, your coaching literally helps people uproot their baggage. But it's not baggage. It's your beliefs. It's your conditioned behaviors. It's all of these emotions and thoughts that you have. You think that they're who you are, but they're not. And so in order to be in your heart chakra, to be open, to be in service to self and others without being attached, your 3 lower chakras need to be broken the F open, layer by layer. And it's not just a one-time shot. It's like it keeps happening. The more aware and spiritually connected and more comfortable with self you become, the more the layers crack open. You're just like a carton of 12 eggs just cracking open. Anyways, so when your lower 3 chakras are going through another transformation, or maybe your first transformation ever, you tend to have symptoms like upset stomach, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, cramping, bloating, tiredness. You can also have bursts of energy. Your eating habits might change. Things that you craved, you might not crave anymore, and you want something else. You realize you're having bursts of creativity, and you don't know what to do with them. And you think whatever comes to mind to do, you think's kind of silly, because our ego's tricky. I feel like our ego controls 3 lower chakras until we let the heart flow down into them, right? And our saboteur lives in the 3 lower chakras too. So when we're about to step free out of a habit that, yeah, we've been doing it for a week, it feels great, we broke this other habit, all of a sudden a couple days go by and you slip up, and then another day, because your saboteur lives in your lower 3 chakras and is like, oh yeah, we're okay, we did that, we don't have that habit anymore, until you realize you're back doing that old habit, and you're like, shit, here I am again. Let's crack the egg, right? So it's a process, hence why it's so important to have patience for yourself and compassion, which flows down from your heart chakra. But the more you allow yourself to connect with whatever pains you're having in your body, whatever intense emotions or thoughts are happening, when you allow yourself to observe them and not push them aside, not judge them, your heart can open more, so you do have more patience for self. You do have more forgiveness for self. But you need to be willing to go there. And March, April, and May have just, energy-wise, I'm like a roller coaster, but I know that I know to not resist it. Like, so I'm okay with it. And I'm also okay with other people being like, judging it. It's like, whatever. Judge it. Fight. Whatever. So, the last week or so, yes, because I came back from vacation, my stomach, and it's interesting, because it's not my upper stomach, it's below my belly button, so below my scar line from my surgery, cancer, it's bloated, and it's like hard, and I'm like, what is this? I haven't been eating more bread, I'm not eating like dairy, I'm not like, why? I don't eat carbonated things, like, what's going on? And I've been getting these sharp, weird pains above my scar line, so above my belly button in my solar plexus. And I have been having these bursts of energy and fatigue. I'm like, okay, I'm used to that, but what's this bloating? Because in the past, I know why I had bloating, so I'm trying to connect with with it. So when you want to connect with your body to see what's kind of going on with your symptoms, now pinpoint where your symptom is. Let's say you have a cramp, which I'm getting one right now on my left lower side. You hold it and you just breathe into it. You acknowledge it and you're like, okay, I'm going to show you love. I love you, cramp. What's going on? What's going on? Like, talk to me, baby. Right? And it's showing your body love. It's letting your body know you're no longer pushing past it. You're no longer ignoring its messages for you. You're acknowledging it. And even if you don't get an answer, or you don't understand fully maybe why you're having the pain, at least you're paying attention to your body and you're not ignoring it. And then bring in a color you love as you hold that area and breathe and send that color to that area. Game changer, guys. My pain's actually gone as I just did that. But we need to have these symptoms, and we need to, our symptoms come from energy shifts. Energy is everything. We are energy. A belief is energy. An emotion is energy. My dog is energy. My car is energy. My headband's energy. Everything is energy. And when you really grasp that understanding, you become your reality, your healer, your best teacher. You become your most potent healing energy. You become a warrior because you're taking your power back once you understand what energy means. So, when you connect with the lower 3 chakra, symptoms or pains, or like I have the bloating, or your thoughts. Yes, you think your thoughts are coming from your head, but what's really happening is the afferent and afferent pathways are sending messages from your body up to your mind to make you think certain things. But your thoughts actually begin, yes, I know it sounds wild, in your chakras, because they're energy centers, and they travel upward. And when your heart is closed off, it's hard for you to discern between your thoughts and someone else's thoughts. You just take it all in as your shit, and then you project. But the more you realize, oh my God, I'm having this thought, why, or what can I learn from it, or thank you thought, I am not that thought, I am not that thought, but what does that thought want to teach me? Notice where in your body you feel that, or what sensation comes forth, or just a knowing of something. And just send that love and say, thank you, I appreciate you. That will open your heart more, and it drops the resistance of all of the shifts that you actually don't have a choice if you're going to participate in it or not. We are all being called to open our heart. What that means is that more dis-ease, it may happen, I'm just going to say that, around the heart chakra in order for it to open. Every time our body quote unquote breaks, it is something for us to look at to see what am I not seeing within myself that I need to heal from in order to bring love to this disease that's happening within my physical vessel. Your heart is the center of your other chakras. Your heart is the receiver of love. Your heart has the ability to shift you from aspects of anger into courage, joy, curiosity, excitement, passion, into connectedness, to know that you are not your suffering. It is just maybe a part of your story, but it's not your story. So earlier, 3 of my clients canceled today, randomly. Another person never paid me, so I changed my payment settings. Spirit's like, change them. And then there was technical issues with one of my other clients, like trying to log in and connect. And rather than me getting pissed or being like, what did I do wrong? Why didn't they pay me? Why did they cancel? I was like, all right, what is the universe showing me that I need right now? And they were like, remember you're bloating? You were just bitching about it yesterday. So I put my hands on my belly and I was like, what do you need? And I heard, you're going to go get this to eat, and then you're going to go lie on your biomat in your room, and you're just going to just be. I was like, okay. So that's what I did, and I lied on my biomat. My hands, guys, felt like, you know when you fall asleep on your hand, it's like pins and needles? It felt like that, but it actually felt like there was fire. Like it was being electrocuted. Not in an uncomfortable way, but like a, what's happening? Both of my hands, my whole back, and my stomach. It felt like I was being electrocuted. And that's when awareness came in, where it was like, you know how to be. But when you're being, sometimes you're setting intentions to be rather than just being. And I'm like, whoa, how true did that hit me? It hit me. So when I lied on my biomat, I started off listening to Lori Ladd, and then her voice started to annoy me, which never happens. But I realized it wasn't annoying Sam. It was annoying the parts of me that was like, hey, remember where you're supposed to be? Like, how about you listen to that? Rather than, like, drowning out listening to someone else. I was like, noted. As soon as her thing shut off, my body went into that electricity phase. It was weird. And then I was like, all these thoughts came in. I didn't judge them. I was like, oh, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Monkey brain. And then I was like, I don't know where I was. I mean, I was in my room, but like I was in a peace state. Then I felt my body getting really hot because the biomat was hot. But I was like, I'm going to go upstairs and lie down now and take a nap. So I went upstairs. I took like a 20-minute nap. Boom. Had so much energy when I woke up. But not energy to do anything, but just like nothing in particular, but just energy. And that's when I packed my bag and I got in my car to head to the Cape. And that's when these streams of information came in, because I allowed myself to be in my heart space, and I allowed myself to receive the energy of being while I lied on my biomat. I ate the food that Spirit told me to go eat, and I just lied. And they were like, you're going through another transformational physiological shift, which is causing you to now, you're not going to be able to consume as much, as in eat and drink as much, other than water. I was like, oh. So they were like, so be aware of what you're eating, which I always am, but like how fast you're eating it, because you're going to get fuller quicker, and your body is literally alchemizing, it's shifting, it's changing, so you're not going to be able to eat how you used to eat. I don't eat big portions, but they're like, you're going to be eating less because you need to allow more of that light in for what you're called to be in service for. Hence the bloating. I'm like, oh, okay. And said a couple of my other habits, they're just not going to resonate with you anymore, but part of you is going to want to keep them, but they're, you know, so remember that. Just like you were today, and you keep being, because your body is going through another shift in order for you to stand in your power more. because your heart chakra is becoming even more open than it was before due to your experience the last couple months and you being in that observer role and feeling people's pains and realizing you can feel people's pains, but you don't have to take them in as your own, nor do you have to try and shift what you're feeling and like send them the light to make them comfortable. You actually just have to be aware that you're now feeling their pains and their suffering, and you know that you can't do anything. You're not meant to do anything. You can't change anything. So now it's being aware of that and loving yourself harder when they're going through shit. Because it's going to be harder for me and for others whose heart is really breaking open even more to communicate with other people the I feel this way. They're going to get more triggered. So it's coming in with that discernment piece was, am I feeling this way because you're making me uncomfortable by how you're feeling and how you've been acting lately? Or am I feeling this way because I'm going through emotional shifts and I just need you to know that? Because if I can't fully show up for you or like want to go do all these fun things or whatever, you respect that. So the more our heart opens, the more our lower three chakras are going through intense healing. So we can speak more in our authenticity and our truth. And when that happens, other people can get triggered by it because they're also the light's also coming into them to go through the same shifts, but they probably don't understand what's going on at all. So hence, more depression, more anxiety attacks, more heart conditional things, more digestive things are going to be happening to people in the planet because of these energies, this higher light quotient coming in to help all of us as a collective consciousness break free from these lower three chakra control chains from society that we've been living in for decades. And so have patience with self. Have patience. And when you're unhappy with your life and you know that, but you're like, well, I'm too old for this, or like, so for an example, I had this wonderful lady come to me yesterday. She sees me at the fairs and she's like, finally you have a session. She sits down and she had come to me a year ago just about her health, didn't tell me anything, and I saw that she had a clogged artery and a couple other things with her thyroid, and she ended up having to get surgery after she asked me if that was the right doctor. Yes, surgery, everything went well. Her health is back intact, but her mental and emotional health are not. And she's aware that her physical health is going to be affected again if she doesn't get her mental and emotional health in check. So she came to me for like guidance around it. Spirit immediately showed me a patch of grass, her standing on this pavement, looking at the grass, and in front of the grass was a cloud, and behind it was this cute white home. They were saying that's home base. Her sons that passed came in, and they were standing on either side of the cloud, ready to like rip the cloud, but she needed to step on the grass. And so I interpreted that, and I said to her, okay, you don't like this, and this, but what do you want? She's like, well, I want a home, I want to have money, and this and that. And I said, all right. We broke it down, and I was like, so you acknowledge and you're aware that you're not happy now? Yes. I go, so what would happen if you just took one step onto the grass and just spoke up about one of these few things? If what you're in right now, you don't like it, how do you change what you're in right now if you're not doing anything? If you're not taking a step on the grass and speaking up for you with one of these things, or making this shift, or being aware of your finances, and because she was aware that she's filling her emotional voids with material things like jewelry and candles and all these self-help books and all these things, but she's not doing anything with them. It's an immediate gratification, but she's realizing it's not making her happy. And she was like, yeah. And I go, listen, Spirit is literally telling me that if you just do one of these things, and step onto that grass, your boys on the other side are pulling the cloud away, and that home, that exactly what you want, is going to come to you. And I go, I don't make promises, but they're literally showing me, but she needs to step on the grass. She's not stepping on the grass. And then I saw her stomach, and I heard ulcers, and her ex-husband came in that she's never talked to about and she never wanted to talk to. He came in. Apparently they got divorced 50 years ago, 40 years ago. She's 80. A really cool young 80 though, dude. He told me, I go, your ex-husband's here. She said, what? And I go, did he have stomach ulcers? And she goes, yeah. And I go, okay. He's telling me that you're afraid to step on the grass because of your relationship with him and you never being heard by him. And he's saying that's not your story and that's not who you are, and I'm here to help you forgive yourself and to forgive yourself for those times that you felt like you weren't heard from me. I am sorry. He goes, I don't want you to get stomach ulcers like I did and died. And she was like, message received. Let's just say that. Because it clicked. She was like, oh my God. That's why I don't speak up for myself. Because the one man I loved and trusted and believed in, that I thought was love, heart chakra, never heard me, never listened to me. And he was so in his shit. And he got sick. And I was like, and he's coming to tell you that he's preventing you from that, but you need to step on the grass. And she's like, so people, if you're not happy with situations in your life, you need to make a change somewhere. So allow yourself to sit with those thoughts, acknowledge I am not my thought, so what does my heart say I need? What do I need? So you can take that one step onto your own grass to learn how to receive your authenticity, your happiness, your joy, to be in your light with the house you want, the life you want, the time you want. Because it is possible. We are believed, because we get amnesia when we're born, that what we're born into is what it is, and we have to fight, and everything needs to be terrible, and it doesn't have to be that way. And one last thing I was going to say is that, if you feel like you're content with your life, kudos. You feel like you're good with everything, but other people's lives aggravate you? Why? Why are other people's actions aggravating you? So, for example, you're content with you. You feel like you're happy, but your significant other goes through weight shifts or something, right? And you're like, why don't you just stop eating that? Or why don't you just go to the gym? Why don't you just do this? Why don't you just do that? Or you don't even realize you're judging them, but it makes you uncomfortable when you see them going through these weight shifts. What within you is really uncomfortable? Because they're not asking to be their coach, their person. They're just asking you to hold space and love them unconditionally for who they are through their shifts. And empathize, not empathize, but when you're fully happy with yourself, you're not judging other people. It's, it's different than if you're not liking someone else's life because it's affecting you, as in maybe you live with them and they, I don't know, they just have like a very bad habit or hygiene or whatever. It's different because you're in your living space and it is affecting you. But it's also like, okay, did I speak up about this? How did I speak up about it? How can we work together as a partnership to like figure this out and have a mutual respect and understanding? Versus also you talking to someone and they get pissed at you for you having a feeling. It's all the heart chakra. And a lot of us have closed down or very minimally open heart chakras due to the beliefs that are in our lower chakras that we've developed throughout our lives. And we are being called to release those beliefs, those habits, shift our perspective, and see self and see everyone in self and I in everybody else. And that's wild. But it's happening, people. It is happening. So if you're going through these shifts and you're aware, not if, because you are, and you're going through them more, guaranteed. And things around you are aggravating you, or you feel like you want to be more in isolation, or you're judging yourself for being in isolation. Why? Just look at it. Why? And release that judgment. Be like, and what I mean by that is be like, okay, I've noticed I've been spending more time alone. Do I feel better doing that, or do I not? Okay? And then sit with that and be with it. And place your hands on your heart and your body and connect more. Because that's what we're being called to do. All of us are evolving at different rates, depending on what we have put into our plan in this incarnation for our physical body to go through, and the potential that we are on, because we all have many potentials. And the more we resist the energetic shifts and what our body is telling us, the more dis-ease grows within our body, which then becomes in our environment. So, I love you. Have patience and compassion for yourself, and know that you're going through massive shifts, and that to be productive doesn't always mean to do something. It could just be resting. Because I am looking at me lying on my biomat today for, I don't know, it was like 27 minutes. I think I started right at 5. That was me being productive, because I got so many answers there that no longer make me question, oh my God, what is going wrong with my body? What did I do? Why is my body bloated again? Like, what's happening? Okay. And I gave myself, I surrendered, and I allowed myself to receive. That allows me to be more productive and show up energetically. And that's medicine. So, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the shifts. Get out in nature and let nature be part of your healing toolkit. Love you.